announced.
We've been waiting a long time for this.
An emotional end, almost 3 years since Fiengo was found killed in Sanford's Coastline Park. Investigators say Donovan Faison murdered her because she refused to
line after line
and presented months of messages, including this exchange where they say Fiengo told Faison she was pregnant in his response.
All right, what's up with y'all? So look, I'm back again with another video right now. Listen, this situation right here is very, very sad and unfortunate. Now, it took place a couple of years ago. I did a video about it when it first took place, and the video that y'all will see at the end will be the video that I did about this situation when it first took place around almost 3 years ago. So right now we're going to get into the updates, and for those who like to get backstories like I do, try to watch some of the things from back then, get the feel of certain things that took place around that time. That video will be coming up immediately after this one, just so you will know. But before we move forward into the video, I gotta start this off right by saying RIP to K Fiengo. She was 18 years old. Her and her baby lost her life due to this weird fucker by the name of Davion Faison. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Now, he was highly upset that she was pregnant, right? To the point where he asked her to, not have the baby, to do, what people do when they don't want a child, right? Now, a lot of people, back then were, kind of, well, I say not a lot of people, a lot of weirdos were kind of like, she should have got rid of the baby. Man, there is no way in the hell you feel like that is okay to take a life because they don't want to do what you want them to do with their body after you did what you did to them. You impregnated this person, so it comes with that. With him being the person that was older, you have to know that these things can happen. But some people are just weird, in my personal opinion, and they just can't handle life, and they get to doing all type of crazy shit when they don't get their way. They're lacking emotional intelligence, and they're just slow fuckers, in my personal opinion, slobbering slow. But listen, he was found guilty. He lied and lied until he couldn't lie no more, but they ended up giving him what he deserves. Now, as of now, he's facing the death penalty, which I feel like he will be getting. He doesn't deserve anything less than that, in my personal opinion. But I'm gonna let y'all watch the family in court. You know what I'm saying? Watch him in court. It's not that long, but it's just giving y'all what took place right now so y'all can get the, feel of the courtroom, the family, and see what the hell just took place with this whole situation. And like I said before, the video that will be playing after this will be the initial video that I did about this situation years ago. Let's get into it though.
You could hear the deep breaths taken in the courtroom by K Fiengo's friends and family as the verdict was read out loud after a trial that started over 2 weeks ago with jury selection. Donovan Faison was found guilty on all counts.
We the jury found the defendant guilty on first-degree murder.
An overwhelming moment of relief for K Fiengo's loved ones as the jury's verdict was announced.
We've been waiting a long time for this.
An emotional end, almost 3 years since Fiengo was found killed in Sanford's Coastline Park. Investigators say Donovan Faison murdered her because she refused to terminate her pregnancy.
Were you supposed to meet up with her?
No, I wasn't supposed to meet up with her. I was supposed to do nothing with her. We didn't have no conversation with me about nothing.
During closing arguments Monday, prosecutors played body camera video of Faison's first interview with detectives.
Lie after lie after lie after lie. You can read it line after line.
And presented months of messages, including this exchange where they say Fiengo told Faison she was pregnant and his response was abortion. Faison's attorneys poked holes in the police investigation and argued he may have made mistakes, but he is not a murderer.
But at best, you have evidence of a man that's cheating, of a man that possibly didn't want to have another child. There's no evidence of him being in the car. There's no evidence of him coming around the front. There's no evidence of her reaching for a purse. There's no evidence of him pulling the trigger.
Prosecutors say the motive was undeniable, and after Faison's world fell apart when his girlfriend found out he had lied, cheated, and got another girl pregnant, he planned and executed Fiengo's murder.
The defendant thought about it. He devised a plan to kill an innocent victim. He carried out the plan in cold.
Fiengo's family says she will be missed and she will be remembered for choosing her child.
What she did was brave regardless, right? She chose her child at the end of the day.
Now that Faison has been found guilty, he could be sentenced to The judge ordered both the state attorneys and the defense attorneys to be back at this courthouse on Wednesday to start the penalty phase. In Seminole County, I'm Catherine Silver, News 6.
So now that y'all seen what took place with that, y'all can see how the family was feeling and shit like that. And you know, she was brave, even though knowing that he was a weird fucker like this and he possibly was threatening her, she still chose her baby. And you know, I can't do nothing but commend her for that. You know, I always commend anybody who stands on what they believe in, no matter what. So it is what it is. But listen, I'm gonna let y'all watch the previous video that I did years ago about this. Y'all will get a lot more details. Y'all can hear a lot of different things about the whole thing. And we're gonna talk about this in the comment section. And I will holler at y'all later on another video. And yeah, man, I appreciate anybody who made it to this part of the video or just whoever made it to this video in general. And hit the like button, left a comment, whatever the case may be. I'll holler at y'all later. All right, to this young lady, I want to send my condolences out to her entire family about the situation that took place with her, and I want to send some love and my condolences also to her son. You know, she had a 1-year-old son at the time of this, and it's just a sad and sick situation where you can't even get a chance to get to grow old with your own children due to the fact of someone else not being ready to take care of their responsibilities. So basically, you know, Miss K LLED, I think that's how you pronounce her name, she was 18 years old at the time of this happening, you know, and she was 4 months pregnant by a dude. I think his name was Davion Faison, I think that's how you pronounce his name, or yeah, Faison, something like that. He's 21 years old. And yeah, man, he ended up taking her life. You know, they had a child on the way. She was 4 months pregnant, and she ultimately, you know, didn't want to get rid of the child like he wanted her to. And he tricked her basically to meet him, and he took her life, you know. And he's being charged with murder twice because he killed her and her child, which is very, very despicable in my opinion. You know, I feel like that people out here having, you know, sex unprotected and things like that, and failing to realize that consequences do come with these, you know, actions that you take with other people. You know what I'm saying? You got to go ahead and man up or woman up if you're in a situation like this. So yes, I feel like that when it's a situation where someone actually takes a life and it, you know, backfires on a child, he should be charged twice with that. It's just sad, bro. You know, you could have signed your rights over. I'm pretty sure the father or the mother or somebody else that's on her side would have gladly took your place versus doing this right here, you know. But hey, I got a whole bunch more details in this. I actually got the full timeline from when it first happened, when they didn't know nothing about the situation, to what just took place now with him being arrested. This investigation took, I think, 10 months for them to actually figure out everything, and they actually seen arguments between them about the baby being, you know, how can I put this, taken out aborted, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, man, she was 12 weeks pregnant, bro. You know, this shit crazy, bro. Anyways, man, it took place in Sanford, Florida, if y'all wondering where. But let's go ahead and get into this situation at hand. And yeah, man, I want to say RP to her one more time. Let's go ahead and get into this.
Now, a family searching for answers after a young mother with a child on the way was shot and left in a car. She was found in Sanford on Friday night. This 6 Jerry Askin is talking to the young lady's father, who was asking folks to step up and say something.
Like I'm just basically in a black tunnel, just sitting there.
Ricky Fiengo is trying his best to stay strong after his 18-year-old daughter, Kaylin Fiengo, was found Friday evening in Sanford. Now he's left with her memories.
She was a mother, happy girl, likes to joke around like me. She just was a fun, loving, happy person.
He told me she was a mom of a 1-year-old son, and she was also about 4 months pregnant. Right now, he's hoping someone knows something to help his family find peace.
I just want people to, if they know something, to say something.
And there are still so many questions in this investigation. Sanford police say they found a young woman in the driver's seat of a car after being shot. An officer patrolling the area of Coastline Park around 11:30 Friday evening approached the car that was backed into a parking spot when they found Fiengo, according to investigators. Outside the park, we saw candles lit and balloons flying, paying tribute to her life.
I think she was just targeted and set up.
Investigators say Fiengo went to the location to meet someone she knows. Right now, Crime Line is offering a cash reward of up to $5,000 if you can help make an arrest in this case. If you know anything, you're urged to call the Crime Line or Sanford PD right away. In Sanford, I'm Jerry Askin, getting results. News 6.
Moving on to our...
And how can you be that afraid of responsibilities to the point where you want to take someone's life? It's so crazy to me. You knew exactly what you could have did when you was, you know, being intimate with her. You know you released, you know everything that took place. You know the consequences of your actions before you even did that. You know, you can feel it when it's finna come, right? So yes, you could have stopped, you could have pulled out, you could have did anything, but you proceeded to go ahead and continue doing what you were doing, and now you have to deal with your consequences. But you want to actually take someone's life versus actually sitting up there being the man that you could have been. You never know what type of child that you just, got rid of. You feel me? And it don't matter what the child potential could have been. It's just a child that you just, took up out of here because you didn't want to go ahead and take care of the baby. Now, if it's a mutual agreement, hey, I respect it, do your thing. But if one person want one thing and the other person want another, and y'all can't come to an agreement, go ahead and separate and let somebody else do what they gonna do with their life versus taking it. Let's get back into this though.
Our next story tonight, police are searching for the gunman who killed this young mother in Sanford. West 2's tonight, Deputy Gettiger spoke to the woman's heartbroken father, who tells us that she was expecting her second child.
I don't know.
A heartbroken father struggles to find the words. Kaylin Fiengo was just 18 years old. Her dad, Ricky Fiengo, says that she was a precious daughter, sister, and mother. So many hearts are broken tonight because Kaylin was found in Sanford. Police are looking for whoever is responsible.
She was targeted, and that's not, I believe she was. Deep down a feeling, I believe she was.
A Sanford police officer was in the area of Coastline Park around 11:20 Friday night. The officer found a vehicle that appeared to be running in a parking lot. Sanford PD says when the officer came closer to the vehicle, Kaylin was found inside, shot.
Police say Kaylin was in the driver's seat and had a gun wound. Investigators believe she went to the location to try to meet up with someone she knew. Her 1-year-old son was staying with his father when his mom was killed.
As soon as she gave birth to her child, she took the mother role very serious. I feel devastated, and then, in a way that if he's young, so I guess it's better that he's not going to feel that pain. It's just going to take a village, it's going to take all of us to help and chip in and raise that child and let the child know how great her mother was.
Her dad says Kaylin was also expecting another child. She was 12 weeks pregnant. Her family is urging anyone who knows anything about the murder to speak up for justice.
Just do the right thing, and what would you do with your mother or your child? We all should stick together and not let these people run our communities and be scared of them.
In a statement sent to West 2, Kaylin's mother said in part, Kaylin was a loving, funny, and caring young woman. She loved her son immensely and her brother and sisters. She graduated high school early as a young mother. She is a loss for many, but for her mom, an empty hole in my heart will never heal.
Man. Brothers and sisters are going to miss her, and they can't take it well, and it's going to be strong for them.
Such a young woman. Police are still searching for the gunman tonight who killed that young mother. If you know anything that could help police in their investigation, you are asked to call that number right there on your screen. It is the crime line, tips line, 1-800-423-TIPS. Remember, all information can remain anonymous.
After several months of investigating, Sanford police arrested this man, accused of his former girlfriend and the unborn child she was carrying. At issue, according to police, was the future of that pregnancy. West 2's Dave McDaniel looks at what led to his arrest.
21-year-old Donovan Faison hearing the serious charges he now faces.
Homicide, murder, first degree, premeditated, 2 counts.
18-year-old Kaylin Fiengo was already a mom, and by all...
So he got premeditated, so his ass is out of here. They finna go ahead and do what they gotta do with him, which I feel like that they should. It ain't no reason that this man or this boy should be out here free living, knowing that he done took someone's life for some shit like this. Now, like I said before, if it's a mutual agreement on getting, doing what we gotta do with the child, it is what it is. But when somebody wants something differently than you, it's okay to agree to disagree and move forward and part your ways. Taking a life is just so crazy to me, bro. Like, why go through that much of an extreme to do something like this, bro? You know what I'm saying? Sign your rights over. And I see a lot of women saying this, and I really can't really understand it. They be saying, like, if the man don't want the baby, I don't want the baby, because they don't want to be going through life with a fatherless child, which is understandable. You know what I'm saying? So, you can just really talk to people about things before y'all actually do certain things. You know what I'm saying? And crazy as it may sound, which it really ain't crazy, but, you got to sit down and talk to people about the consequences of what could happen if y'all have a certain type of sex, shit, if you don't want to get nutted in and things like that, or if you choosing to nut in women and stuff like that, you got to understand that something might come of this. You know what I'm saying? And talk to them about that. Hey, if you want me to do all this, man, this what can happen, and I don't want no baby, or whatever the case may be. But it is what it is, and get on some birth control, whatever the case may be. Take care of y'all business. That's all I'm saying. Basically, let's get back into it though.
Counts dedicated to her child. The second charge for the baby she was carrying when she was found dead in a car at Coastline Park in Sanford last November. Sanford police writing in the announcement of the arrest, Fiengo and Faison had multiple arguments in which Kaylin's pregnancy was the focus of the argument, and that she had gone to the park to meet Faison. Police writing, Faison wanted Kaylin to terminate the pregnancy, and Kaylin's refusal to do so was the probable motive for the homicide.
That's crazy.
Sanford's police chief is consistently sharing with the community his dismay and how so many arguments are ended so violently. The chief quoted the release saying, "This beautiful young woman and mother was taken from this world far too soon and in a horrific way." And the chief suggesting the arrest of Faison might provide a step forward. Quote, "We hope today's arrest brings the slightest amount of peace for Kaylin's family and the young son she left behind." Noting, it doesn't bring her back, but at least she will have the justice she deserves.
On each count, I would set your bond at none or no bond.
Donovan Faison will remain in the Seminole County Jail without bond. In Sanford, Dave McDaniel, West 2 News.
Police say the teen was at the end of her first trimester when she was killed.
Dang, well, he threw the extra on there, boy, and I think that's needed. You feel me? Because I mean, damn, you know, just thinking about stuff like this, man, just really pisses me off. You feel me? Because I mean, I got a child. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of y'all watching this got a child, and just for someone to actually, you know, do this to your child is just crazy, bro. It's crazy. I don't get it. And they were saying something about why these arguments reach the level that they reach and stuff like that. It's really just because people can't control their emotions. People lack emotional intelligence. They will go out here and do whatever the hell they feeling at the time, not even thinking logically. You got to go off your mind, not your heart, in a lot of cases. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's just something that people should do. I always remember that it's a possibility that something could come of something if you're doing something. You feel me? It's always going to be some type of, you know, result in everything that you do. But hey, man, I want to know what everybody feel about this. I want to know. I want to know your thoughts and opinions. If you made it to the end of this video, I really do appreciate y'all. And that's all I got to say, man. R.I.P. to her. I want to send my condolences out to the family one more time. And I will holler at y'all later on another video. All right.